Hello there everybody. Today's video is about have fun and stop stressing in sales. Sounds really easy to say that, right? Stop stressing in sales. Because for some of you, or many of you, who in fact are involved in sales, every day is darn stressful. I appreciate that. But think this through, okay? Because if you're not having fun, even a little bit of fun in your sales areas, then it's pretty darn sure your prospects aren't having fun either. And if they're not having fun, well then, what's the point? Sure, you can solve their problems, right? But life goes on, and you do much better if it was more enjoyable and you shared that with your prospective customers as well. And I want to share some thoughts with you today that might help you. And I'll share some stories about what I stuffed up and they were funny and they ended up working for me. But anyway, I mean, the bottom line is this, I suppose. If you could have a customer as a walking, talking promotion for you, wouldn't that be pretty magical? I mean, the customers you get, if you could service them so well, if you could excite them, if you could just go over the top with them in terms of what you do and exceed all their expectations and make them walking, talking promotions for you, advocates for you, wouldn't that help your business? I'm sure it would. Okay, I'm sure it would. And that's what I want to share with you today, some thoughts that might help you do that, okay? My name is Peter Beckenham, the Village Marketer, and as always, talking to you from my little Thai village, way up near the Cambodian border. All right, now, how in the heck do we put more fun in this business and at the same time make it work, right? Well, let me share this with you. If it was more enjoyable, if what you were doing was more enjoyable, then surely that would be more satisfying, okay? And I can tell you right now, it is so darn simple that you'll probably think, oh, God, is that all? But it's true. If you have a mindset that helps people, then you will enjoy it more than trying to come up with all these darn phrases to try and hoodwink people or try and trip them up or try and manipulate them and all that, try and convince them. Don't do that crap, okay? If you just try and help people, right, just help them, then you're going to enjoy it more. They're going to enjoy it more. You're going to have a bit more fun. They're going to have a bit more fun. You'll be profitable and they'll have their problem solved. I said, so at the end of the day, it works, right? And that's what I want to share with you, how to do that. All right? So, as I said before, the first mindset you got to look at is this. If you've got a mindset that says this, who am I going to see today that can help me get my sales quota? Who can I get? Who can I get? If that's a mindset you're going to have, that's not going to have much fun in it, right? That's really not going to have much fun. If instead you had, who can I find today that with the resources I've got, I can help solve a problem for them? That's going to be more enjoyable. That's going to be more pleasant and a bit more fun opportunities, etc., right? Can you see the difference in the two? That's important, okay? Helping others is the key. Now, here we go. What you need to do. 1, learn about them before you talk to them, okay? Use Mr. Google. Use LinkedIn, use Facebook. I mean, you can find so much out about people, it's darn scary, right? But they can find out about you. They can find out where you went to school, they can find out where you went to college and university, they can find out what your interests are, your passions and your likes and your dislikes, where you live now, where you work now, all that stuff you can find out, okay? It's available. And what I would suggest you do is that you do precisely that before you have an appointment with a potential prospect, for 2 reasons. 1, when you go in there, you're going in for the right reasons, because by looking at that, you can either qualify or disqualify. Are they the sort of people you can help? Secondly, when you get there, stop wasting their valuable time by you asking inane questions about, tell me where do you live and blah, blah, because you can find out anyway. Now, you know, for example, when people friend you on social media, like on Facebook or even on LinkedIn, they friend you, okay? And then the first question they might ask you, apart from sending you your link, the first question they might ask you is, where do you live and what do you do? Now, for most of us, if they looked at our profile, they'd find it there in the first place, right? That really pisses me off, excuse the French, but it really puts me off that because they're just too damn lazy, right, to do that. So one, don't be lazy, do your homework, do your research, and give yourself every chance to have an enjoyable conversation. Second one, make your experiences memorable. I'm going to have a wow factor. Let me share a very quick story. Hang in there with me. A very quick story with you. When I first started in the life insurance industry, before most of you were born, right? I'm talking about a story in the 1980s, late 80s, I suppose it would have been, I don't know, middle 80s, right? I had got this appointment organised with this fellow called John Davison, okay? And John Davison was an accountant in Canberra, the capital city of Australia, right? And that's where I was working out of a Canberra office of an insurance company and a brand spanking new life insurance agent, just after 16 years as a teacher, right? And so Mr. Anderson I was looking for, and I found out, yeah, he's in this tower. He's an accountant, right? And it was important for me to get this business because if I could win the accountant over, then I had a whole potential business in his client base, right? And he hated life insurance agents, but he was giving me the chance. I thought, whoa, okay, Mr. Anderson, I'll be there. So I went down there, went into the lobby of the building, asked for Mr. Anderson, Mr. John Anderson, John, I think his name, John, Mr. Anderson. And they said, yes, and they had the security, give me the security key. He's on floor, whatever it was, floor 10, okay? So I thought, okay. So I go, and then I get out on the 10th floor, and there it is, John Anderson, okay? Oh, right. But there was something strange about it. It didn't look like an accountancy office, right? In fact, it didn't look like an office I'd ever been in before in my life. Long story short, he was a funeral director, right? That's what he was. And his name was exactly the same as the guy I'm trying to find. Anyway, he felt sorry for me. I said, look, I explained my situations and I was very embarrassed. I'm really sorry. And I sort of beckoned out the door. And he said, before you go, leave me your card. And I thought, no, okay, funeral director, life insurance, okay, I can see some sort of connection. So I handed him my card. Race back downstairs, because now I'm running late, right? Go back downstairs, sit to the reception, she sent me to the wrong floor. It's an accountant, I'm looking, oh, it's on floor 4 or 4, whatever it was, 4, 6. So they sent me out, I went back again. Got into the office there, and the lady in the office looked over her horn-rimmed glasses at me and said, can I help you, young man? I said, yeah, I'm going to speak with Mr. Anderson, please. I have an appointment with him. She said, really? Is your name Beckenham? I said, speaking. She said, that appointment started 15 minutes ago. I said, he said, you've missed the date. You've missed the opportunity. Thank you very much indeed. Phew, bang, I got kicked out. That was it, right? What's the funny part about it was? Well, the funny part about it was, when I got back to the office, there was a message, and the message is from the funeral director who said to me, young man, come back and talk to me. I think I can help you. And I'm thinking, he wants my funeral arrangements or something. I went back there, long story short, I got the biggest life insurance policy I'd ever written up until that date for that man and his 2 partners in his business. So I gave him probably a memorable experience, right? Not a planned one, and as a result, look what happened, okay? Next one, okay, that's it. Next one, be empathetic. Be empathetic. It does not mean, it means show that you're understanding, so that you listen, build rapport with them, have your story, use your story to build rapport with people. That's really good, but don't go on with the story too long. Maybe 2 minutes maximum, okay? Your point is to listen to their story, not for them to listen to you any more than they have to, right? Listen to their story. And the other thing is this, get them to talk to you, and some of you heard me say this before, but I want to make another point to you. Get them to talk to you by asking them questions, get to an emotional level of where they are right now, where they want to be and what's holding them back and all that stuff. Get them to an emotional level. If you don't get them to an emotional level, they're not going to make a decision anyway, right? But when you get them to an emotional level, you must be absolutely certain that you show understanding, but do not get wrapped up in the emotion. Do not get wrapped up in the emotion. You need to stand back. You need to show that you're understanding. You need to show that you're listening. You need to appreciate where they're coming from, but do not get wrapped up in the emotion. Do not do that. That's not going to do them any good at all, right? You need to stand back and be independent. That is a very important tip I want to give you, which I've never shared on these lives before. Do not get emotionally involved. By all means, become emotional with the questions, but keep back if you can, right? Next one. This sounds obvious in terms of enjoying yourself and having a bit of fun, but find out what they want, okay? Really important. Find out what they want, okay? And by the way, what they want is not necessarily what they need. And really your biggest challenge is going to be to differentiate between what they need and what they want. Because most people will go after what they want, not what they need. I mean, what they need are the essential requirements. What they want are their desires, right? And the desires are really powerful, more powerful than the essential bits, right? In many ways. And it gets a bit difficult in certain areas because, for example, some people would regard your mobile phone, your cell phone, right, as a want. Other people say, no, it's definitely essential. It's a need, right? And so it's very difficult to talk to some people about how it splits out. And in doing that, you can actually have an emotional discussion. And it's also the same in doing that. You can have some fun with it, really have some fun with it, right? Next, so once you help them differentiate between what is their need and what is their want, okay, and help them get to the point where they can see that they need to sort a problem out and that you could be the person that can help them. Once you've done that, okay, then give it to them. I don't mean give it to them between the eyes. I mean, give them the opportunity to get a solution to their problem. That's what you were there for. Don't miss the opportunity. But do it as a consultant or do it as a doctor. Put your doctor's coat on. In other words, what you're doing is you're prescribing a solution. You're not trying to shove something down their neck. You are going to help them make the right buying decision, all right? Help them make the right buying decision. You're going to prescribe a problem for their problem. Describe a solution to their problem. Oops, a daisy Peter. Okay. Now, so you give it to them. But when you do that, this is important. Okay, and this is all part of the enjoyment and having a bit of fun and being profitable at the same time. You must be honest. Now, what I mean by this, I mean, you say, oh, yes, of course. Haha. You must be honest, one, with what your offer can do and what it can't do. Don't hide the other stuff away. Put it all out on the table. What can it do and what can't it do? What's its limitations and what can it do for them? Do that. Do not hide that, because if you just share half of it, you're lying by omission. And if you're lying by omission, you're going to get caught out. And if you get caught out, there's all the fun and the enjoyment and the profit down the sink, right? Gone. So make sure you do that. Be honest in terms of what you can solve and what you can't solve. And also be honest, and this is the tough bit, be honest and tell them if they're not a fit for you or you're not a fit for them. Tell them the truth. I'm really sorry, okay, but what I've got is not what you need, or what you want, whichever way you're going with them, right? I'm really sorry for that. Be honest with them there. If you do, you're going to get an advocate from them anyway, and you're going to walk away with your integrity in place. Very important, okay? Finally, communicate. And communicate regularly with your existing customers. Remember at the beginning I told you, if you can get your customers to be surprised and you exceed all the expectations, that's what you should do in terms of putting some wow factors in place. If you can exceed all their expectations, right, then they're going to be a walking, talking promotion for you, right? So, but you need to communicate with them. And 3 critical issues for an existing customer of yours. You need to communicate. 1, what just happened, right? 2nd, what's happening now? And thirdly, what happens next? Those 3 questions are in their mind. in some way, shape or another. And you've got to be able to answer them. And the only way you can answer them is be there on a regular basis to keep them up to date. And that doesn't mean you're trying to sell them anymore. It simply means you're doing the courtesy of respecting the fact that they invested in you. They invested their hard-earned cash in whatever you've got. And so you're going back to them to keep them up to date with what's going on. And let's be honest about it. When you do that, you're in a perfect position, aren't you, right? A perfect position to do any potential upsells if it's needed, or to do anybody will get referrals, introductions if you can, right? But the key issue is to communicate regularly with them. That's the very important thing. So to make it easy for yourself, to have more fun and more enjoyment and just more satisfaction and fulfillment in sales, in one sentence, this is what I'd tell you to do. And if you want to write it down, please write it down and then work out how can you do this, okay? I've shared some thoughts with you today. To make it easy for yourself, simply delight your customers. Delight them. Do things that they do not expect. Do things that they think, wow, this is unbelievable. And not only will they listen to you more and probably become a customer, but they'll talk about you more. And once again, you're going to win, okay? So there you go. Delighted customers are truly the very best form of promotion advertising. They truly are. And when you delight your customers, you're enjoying yourself, right? You're having fun. They're enjoying themselves. You're being profitable. They're solving their problems. And for goodness sake, that means that arena for sales for you is something you can look forward to every darn day, right? If you would like to join me in my Facebook group and you're not in there yet, check it out, Your Next Level. Your Next Level. I'd be delighted to introduce you to the group, and I hope you can enjoy getting yourself and your business to the next level, because that's what we're all about. Okay, there's my thoughts for today. Until next time, all the very best wishes from Thailand. Good luck with your selling, and more importantly, enjoy it. Enjoy it. Okay? Take care. Bye for now.